Hi guys. So it's been a long time since I vlogged. And yeah. But today I'm vlogging because I can actually do things outside now. And I know a lot of you guys enjoyed like the acreage update videos that I used to do, or at least some of you did. But now that it's not bitterly cold and basically the Arctic, I've been working outside. So I'm going to do that again today, and I figured I would just vlog a little bit, give you guys some updates and whatnot. But it's 1:30 right now in the afternoon, and it's 43 degrees. And it has been very warm it was warm a few days last week, and this week is supposed to be 40s, almost 50 all week. So it's real warm. It's like yard cleanup weather, chopping trees weather, and putting fence in weather. We can see the light. That winter will die soon. Anyway, I'm going to go outside for a little bit, and I just want to show you guys kind of what I've been doing. I showed you guys a little bit last year of me putting up fence. I spent a good couple of months spending money and putting up fence for a small pasture area that I never really got finished or got to use last year. But right now it's cold enough that I can burn, but it's also just wet and soggy. Like, it is so soggy and muddy out right now just because all of the snow that we've gotten has melting, and then we got more snow, and then it got warm and it melted again. And so it's just super soggy, chilly, wet, like classic burning weather. So I have been like going out to that little pasture area that I was getting ready, and it all needs cleaned up. It needed cleaned up last year. I wasn't super worried about it. Like, I just wanted to get it all fenced in, and it's pretty much all fenced in. But now is the time where I need to like get all the stuff in a pile so I can burn it without getting major anxiety about it. So yeah, anywho, we'll go outside now and see what we can get done. All right, changed into some crappy work outside clothes and got my chainsaw. But I'm gonna be working down here by my little riding area that I set up last year. But I'm gonna flip the camera around, hold on. Okay, so I'm down here by my little riding area. And the little obstacle course that I set up that I never actually got to use, but anywho. So here's the riding area, and over there is the Boarded Horses dry lot. And then all of this timber in between is what I'm working on clearing. You can see I have the little wire fence there because it is all fenced in, but it is such a tangled mess. I mean, look at that. It is a tangled, wild, overgrown mess. So I've just been working. I worked out here for a couple hours yesterday, just like, you know, putting some brush in piles. You can see I started a little firewood pile there. I've got this burn pile right here that I've started working on burning again, and it'll burn in time. But yeah, so this is the gate hole between these two trees. It was like a perfect 6 foot. So I have a gate to go here, but it's being used at the moment. So I come through here, and I worked on that pile yesterday, just cutting off a bunch of little annoying trees. And like, these snapped off trees, it's just a nightmare in here. Like this fallen over tree, that's a whole ass tree that's just laying over inside some other trees with vines tying them all together. So yeah, like there's a snapped off tree. This tree is crap. That's a fallen tree. Here's another fallen tree. There's some more fallen trees. It's just such a disaster out here. So this is what I've been working on. And you know, there's a decent amount of space here. It's not gonna be a huge pasture, but it'll allow for, oh, there's a turkey. Did you guys see it? Oh, there's a few turkeys. The corn hasn't been combined back there still, so I'm sure they're hiding out. But anyway, it's not gonna be a massive pasture, but it's at least gonna allow some turnout, because I would like to convert this riding area into a dry lot, because it's kind of tough for a riding area to have trees in it, quite honestly. And believe it or not, I'm actually a very earth green, eco-friendly person, and I don't want to take out the good trees. And these trees are like the very few nice, tall, straight ones that we have on the property. Minus that one. That one's kind of ugly. But, and even if I wanted to cut them down, the power lines are literally right here. So I don't think there's really a way. But I'd like to make this a dry lot that attaches out into the turnout pasture. And then I would also like to attach it to that lot, because I'm going to be splitting that up. So the boarded horses could also have access out here, and I could turn them out in groups or whatever. So that's kind of my idea. My poor little fence. This is going to be a makeshift fence. I think I'll probably have to replace it like right away, because these two suck already. And I hope it's tall enough. I think it'll be okay, but it needed to be short enough, and it needed to be like 4 wires, because I would like for the goats to have a chance to be turned out here as well, to help with weed control. I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but I'd like to at least try to let them be trusted before I result in like rehoming them or something, because I've really thought about that. The goats they're good goats. I mean, they're friendly. There's nothing wrong with them. I like having them. They're funny. But honestly, the reason that I got goats was because of this place. And so if I literally can't keep them in, I'm not going to spend like $5,000 in fence just to keep in the stupid goats. So if I can't keep them in or can't keep them contained, then honestly, I think I am going to rehome them this year. But I put up 4 strands of wire, which they used to be in 2-strand wire at their old home, and they always stayed in that, I think just because they had enough area to always keep busy and keep munching on. And then I electrified the outsides as well. So I don't know, I'm gonna give them a chance. I hope they'll stay in it, because I would like to have them do the weed control instead of me having to spray. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing and get some cutting done. All right, so I'm kind of on the back side of the riding area here. Got a pile here, got a pile here, got a little pile right here, because I kind of had to work my way around the fence line, because this is just such a big mess here. But I do need to start working on this. I just need to figure out where I want to pile this at. I could pile it like right in the middle, but here's our buried underground fence. It's gonna need pulled out eventually. But I may go ahead and just like cut this off. If it lands here, start cutting it up and just piling it like right in the middle. Because that's about the only option I've got, really. I mean, I'd make another pile, but it's gonna be in between the trees. And I kind of want to spread the piles out a little bit. I don't want just one massive pile that's gonna be a huge fire. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so with this, I'm just kind of thinking about how I want to take this one out. It's not really leaning on much. It's just kind of resting in between the branches there. And like the weight is being taken down here. So I'm thinking if I cut this one and cut that one, that might just fall. And then all of it's down and I can cut it up. So I might try that. All right, I got pretty far with this area. It is much clearer than it was earlier. My chainsaw died again. It's died twice now, but that's okay because it's getting close to chore time. But decided to go ahead and light one of these piles since it's really wet and there's still a lot of snow on the ground. I think we'll be okay. But yeah, wish me luck. All right, guys, it's been, oh, there goes a rabbit. It's been a couple days. I wasn't able to work out here yesterday because it pretty much rained all day. So everything is nice and soggy and wet. But today, the wind has finally died down. It was super windy this morning. And tomorrow, we're supposed to get a snowstorm all day. So I'm probably not gonna be out here much tomorrow, if at all either. So I'm trying to get some stuff going today. I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done. Like, I'm impressed with myself. So here's where I come in at. I've got this pile, really trying to work on this, getting this cleaned up. I've got those 3 piles there, but I want to get this taken care of before I start making my way backwards or that way. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep chopping this up. And I don't know where I want to start another pile. This one is close enough right here. I could probably add a little bit more to this one and flatten it down, but otherwise I might just have to add it right on top of this guy and just cut him up first. Yeah. I found a nice tangled mess of fence in here too. Just what I wanted. All right, guys, I definitely got a lot done right here until my chainsaw died. And I don't have another battery. So I've just kind of been cleaning up what I can by hand and just breaking things off. I'm starting a new pile right here. But I wanted to show you this that I can see through the brush. More fence. This. Just like, this is what is so frustrating about this place, is things like this, right? So these logs are clearly very big and almost completely rotten away. So they've been here a long time, but were also very obviously cut with a saw. Same with like probably from that stump. Same with that stump, very obviously cut with a saw. And that's just what's so frustrating about this whole place. Look at this mess. Is that loggers very obviously used to cut here, and so they just cut up a bunch of shit and they're like, eh, never mind. I mean, really? And I'd have to walk way out there and show you guys, but like in the trail that I made out there to ride, towards the end of the trail, when you come back up towards the back of our house, there is so many trees. Like the entire west and south side of our house, like that borders the timber, is just piles of down trees. Like worse than this, these are just like snapped off trees that are all on top of each other, but loggers cut down a whole bunch of trees and they just pushed them into a pile out there. And so it's just an absolute nightmare. And I'm sure like this property where the trailer sits, before it was on the property, they probably had to cut out all of those trees and just push them back into the timber. So super frustrating. This property will definitely be a forever project, but I think I'm getting pretty far with what I'm doing. But I'm just like breaking things off, like this guy that's just in the grass. Literally, look at that. I didn't even have to try. And just picking things up by hand right now since the ground is thawed. It's not frozen in. And my chainsaw battery is going to take like an hour to charge, and I don't want to go sit in the house for an hour because it's going to be time to do chores. So yeah, look what I just found, you guys. Look at that. For any of you that can't tell, it's an old egg beater, or I guess beater. How freaking cool. That's another reason why I love this property. It's really annoying that there has just been trash thrown out here for like the last 100 years, but it's really cool finding it. That is cool. I'm gonna have to keep that one. Look at me keeping pieces of junk. I don't know if you guys can tell. This is just an absolute nightmare. All of this, do you see all of this? All the vines just tying in everything. Look at this tree. They literally, oh my God. All right, guys, it's getting close to chore time. So I have one more project I want to do today. I think I told you guys yesterday that the ground is so soft and so soggy right now. And like, I've been getting Mesa out to tie her, and it's just been like tearing up the ground. Like their hooves are just sinking into the mud. So yesterday I went to the store and got some rock. Yeah, you can see it's kind of just like tearing up the ground. There's my boyfriend. I heard him screaming in the house a little bit ago and was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go inside right now. Sounds mad. But anyways, she's tearing up the ground right there. So I bought some bags of rock, and I want to put some bags of rock down right there and put a rubber mat over it. So in the back of his truck, I have some rock and some T-posts and stuff that I'm gonna get out. I'm guessing my boyfriend's trying to fix the washing machine right now, and it's probably not going his way. I also see that the girls have eaten their way completely through the middle of this round bale. I don't know why. I got this round bale and one for the boarded horses a week or two ago. Actually, it's probably been over 2 weeks ago now. The boarded horses have finished theirs, and these guys still have this much left, and I don't think it's a very good bale. I've been like pulling off a lot of the crappy bits and giving that to the goats, but I'm debating if I should try to kind of push this over here somewhere, like since now that it's hollow and I can probably move it, if I should try and roll it out of the way and just like take the bell ring off, because they are not eating this thing very fast at all. It's like lasted 3 times as long as the other bales. Well, that'll do for now. Obviously gonna need more than 4 bags, but this is river rock and it's definitely too coarse, but I'm gonna get some bags of pea gravel also to put on top of it before I put the rubber mats on top of it. But that's all I got for the time being. Was that super scary, Hazel? I'm actually impressed. She was very uncomfortable, but she was like standing at the fence watching very cautiously. But I think she picks up a lot of confidence from BB, because BB is a good babysitter. She's not afraid of anything. So, okay, so this area is becoming way more clear from this side. Wow, look at that. You can actually see back there now. Wonder if I have any before pictures from how tangled this was. And now you can actually see out. Dang. Update. My boyfriend just came out of the door of the house and said, "I hate my life." I said, "Why?" He says, "I just flooded the house." Whoa, what'd you step in? Oh, Jesus. Whoa! Goodness, sir. Somebody's happy horse. Hey, get back here. Go wait for me. Good boy. I'm back, guys. In case you didn't think I was coming back. Today is Saturday. I don't remember when I last talked to you guys. Probably Thursday or something. But I figured I would vlog a little bit today. I'm gonna go get hay. Gonna go get some round bales because these guys are completely out, and my guys over there have like a third of their round bale left, but they've had that round bale for 3 weeks now, and usually they finish a round bale in like a week and a half to 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure the rest of that one is just moldy and disgusting, and I'm just gonna push it down the hill and give them a new one. So I'm going to get round bales today. I worked a little bit on the pasture cleanup this morning. I didn't vlog it because like I vlogged a bunch of footage of me cutting up branches already, so you guys are probably bored with that, but I did that a little bit ago. I already got my truck and trailer hooked up. Oh, you can't see it. So I got that hooked up, and earlier this morning I had a meeting with a potential client. It sounds like they would like to bring a horse to me in the next month or two for a refresher. And then I sold a dresser, so somebody came and picked that up. But now I'm going to go get hay. And here's the thing. When you like park your trailers and you chalk the wheels, don't use things like this that freeze to the ground. Oh, got it. And you have to literally bruise the shit out of your foot to get it out. I got it. Or you can't because it's just real froze to the ground. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Once I get hay, I'm obviously gonna bring it home, and my boyfriend's hopefully going to help me unload the bales, get them in, and then we are going to the city tonight. Forget what we're doing. Oh, we're playing laser tag because my boyfriend is addicted to playing laser tag, and so we play like every single month. And then we're going to have like a date night, I guess, because we didn't really do anything for Valentine's Day. I talked about it in the podcast this week that like I'm not really a Valentine's Day person. I don't really care if we do anything or not, but he wanted to wait till the weekend and maybe do something, so I think we're gonna do something and go see the new Ant-Man movie. I don't know about you guys, I really like Ant-Man. I don't know why. He's just a cool superhero, and I feel like he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, because up until like a year ago I had never even heard of Ant-Man. Never heard of him. But yeah, so I have a few minutes to kill, I guess. We got snow again. I don't know if, I mean, you can tell behind me. We got like 6 inches of snow the other day, just after all the snow had melted. And so it's gonna be a soggy, muddy mess again. So hopefully like the ground is still frozen enough when I get home that to get these round bales in, because it just really sucks doing round bales when the ground is just saturated and soggy. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the truck and get moving. All right, I just got to the hay place and I saw him out there on his skid steer, so I'm guessing he's just getting the bales. I don't know why, like I always try to take the back roads because like I drive really slow when I'm hauling, and like I just like taking back roads. But I don't know why the last few times I've taken it, I'm like, oh, we'll just see if the gravel roads are good. They're shit every time. Like the ground is just so soggy and awful. Like the ruts are so deep on the gravel roads right now. It's just literal shit. So he's coming with a bale right now. We'll see if he loads this one. I literally, like most of my hay places, I just pull right in with my trailer and I just wait in my truck. They slap 2 bales on, I get out and pay them, and we're done. So it's pretty nice. But hopefully these 2 bales aren't moldy like the other one was. I never try to like, when I get hay from places, like I give them a little bit of grace. If I buy 2 or 3 bales from them that are moldy, then I might quit. But like 1 bale, like it happens sometimes. So, let's see. Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna slap her right on there. Perfect. Anyways, yeah, the moldy bales. Like, it happens once in a while. Sometimes, like, you get a patch in the hayfield that wasn't real dry and the bale molds, and, you know, it just happens. But, I can only buy 2 bales at a time with my trailer because it's only 16 foot long, so I guess I could buy more because Thomas has a bale trailer, but he's gonna put this other one on and then I'm gonna get out and pay him. Dunzo. Beautiful. All right, I gotta go pay him. All right, we're on the road. Another thing that sucks right now is that, like, because the weather keeps going back and forth, it keeps like melting and then refreezing again at night. So, come on, shift. Here we go. So like, everything melts during the day and everything's all slick and smooth, and then it freezes again at night, so it's hardened and it's like ice. So yeah, basically everything is super slick right now, and it's kind of hit or miss if my truck is going to get traction, even in 4-wheel drive. A couple weeks ago I brought home 2 of these bales, and they just weigh so much that, like, even in 4-wheel drive going up my driveway uphill, And we don't ice our driveway, so it was all just like smoothed over, super slick. My truck couldn't get up the hill. It literally couldn't get up. I had to leave it there. And I think after a few hours of like melting time, Thomas just drove it up the driveway and it moved. But yeah, it's just like hit or miss right now. You're either gonna get traction through the snow because you're gonna hit the gravel, or it's still gonna be frozen and you're just gonna spin out because your tires can't get any traction on anything. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get these bad boys home so that we can unload them. Okay, made it through the really bad spots. Now this hill I have to go down, I just have to make sure I don't slide down it, because this hillside like doesn't get a lot of sunlight on it, so there's still snow on it. Okay, we're good, which is fine. It's just as long as I don't slide down it. God, these freaking ruts, my guys, holy crap. It's just so hard on the truck and my trailer. I mean, my trailer isn't really meant for this type of shit. I just make do with it. We got that one. That one is like on its flat side and we couldn't get it. Oh, forgot about that log. We couldn't get it pushed off, so I don't know how we're gonna get that one off yet. I gotta open this so we can come in and just plop it down right there. Got it, got the netting off. Oh, come on. There we go, got it. Oh God, I don't like this. I really don't like how much this tractor is tearing up the yard. We got it. Oakley's running around like, what the hell is going on?